ही सुखारे, श्याम पूजी पद कमल तुम्हारे, सुर नर मुनि सब हो ही सुखारे, देवी पूजी पद कमल तुम्हारे, सुर नर मुनि सब हो ही सुखारे, श्याम पूजी पद कमल तुम्हारे, सुर नर मुनि सब हो ही सुखारे, देवी पूजी पद कमल तुम्हारे, सुर नर मुनि sab ho sukhare. All right. So I'm very sorry I got delayed today. I got confused in the time. Anyways, tomorrow it won't happen. All right. So we read about Bala Tripura Sundari, who is the daughter of Tripura. Today we will try to finish the story of Ganesha because tomorrow is Ganesha Chaturthi. So let me just remind you what happened in the story. So Bhandasur is there. Bhandasur's sons have marched. They want to fight. And Bhandasur's brothers, 7 brothers, they are there. And out of them, 2 main important, Vishang and Vishukra are there. They have all marched towards the war zone. And Bala got excited. And Bala went, so the fight was going on. Bala came there. Bala is also fighting. Bala got so excited. She asked special permission from the mother that, mother, I want to fight. And I have a request. All of you are going to fight, but I also have a request. I want to fight with the sons of Bhanda. Ma is like, you're too small. She's like, no, Ma, please, I want to fight. And I have a request from you. And then Bala is very upset. She's like, tell Dandanatha, your minister, that she's not going to disturb me while I'm fighting. Last time I was very nicely fighting with Bhandasur's son, but your minister, Dandanatha, came and then she stopped me and she spoiled my whole fun. I was enjoying that fight and she just spoiled everything. So, Ma, this time I want to fight. So tell Dandanatha, she will not come in between. She will just stand like a spectator and she will not disturb me while I'm fighting. Dandanatha looks at Bala and Dandanatha is like, Bala. Then because Bala is just a small child, 8-year-old girl. And she's talking like a child only. And she's so powerful though. So Dandanatha is a minister of Maa Tripura Sundari. So Dandanatha comes and she says, oh my Bala, my dear Bala, please don't get upset with me. I know you want to fight. I'm so sorry, but I have to do what Maa Lalita has to tell me, right? But if you really want to fight this time, I promise, I will not become a disturbance in your fight. I promise. So Bala is like, okay, when I'm fighting with Bhandasur's son, you are not going to say anything while I'm fighting. She's like, yeah, don't worry, I won't say anything. And this way, they all are heading towards Bhandasur. And when they are heading towards the war zone, Bhandasur's brothers come, Vishanga, Vishakura, and the other 7 brothers. Bala keeps fighting with them. Then the Mantrini and Dandanatha, they come with their own armies. The elephant army comes, the horse army comes. Then they are fighting. And, and Bala goes on ahead. And then she has fought bravely with the 30 sons of Bhandasur. And when she was fighting, Dandanatha made everybody stand in a circle like a spectator. Dandanatha said, nobody disturbs Bala now. Bala alone is going to fight, however she wants to fight. We all just watch. And then Bala went on fighting. And Bala killed all Bhandasur's son. This was Bala's 8-year-old Bala, single-handedly fought with Bhandasur's 30 sons, and they were all killed in the war. And Bala Tripura, when she came back to Maa Lalita was very happy. She just hugged her daughter for her bravery and complimented her. So we have we heard about that. And the war kept on going. Then there was another demon called Durmad. I'll just go on reading some of the main things. Varahi went on to fight with the others. Vishang and Vishukru were there. Varahi and Dandanatha, they started fighting with Vishang and Vishukru. Then after some times, they went ahead. Bhandasur intervened. Then they both started fighting with Bhandasur. And the war went on. I'm just going to name some of the warriors, important warriors, and because I want to get to the Ganesha Prakaran, because that is Ganesha Chaturthi is tomorrow, and we are going to celebrate that. So in that, that's why I want to get to the Ganesh Prakaran. Okay. Varahi fought with Vishanga and Vishukra. Sampatkari then came forward. She's fighting with Vishukra, and then Varahi and Bhandasur started fighting. Then the fight changed. Then Ashwaruda intervened. Ashwaruda intervened. She started fighting with Vishanga. The war went on, and Bhandasur was getting defeated. His entire army is getting defeated, and the war continued like this. Then there came a demon called Durmad. He was defeated. He was killed, and when he was killed, Bhandasur's army, Vishanga and Vishukra, they decided Durmad was killed, and Durmad's brother Kurand, he was also killed. And then Kutilaksh came, who is all from Bhandasur's side. They all decided how to, if each of our brothers will get killed, then who is going to fight? So then they invoked a demoness, a demon energy, and a very negative energy called Sarpani. Sarpani is a serpent, basically. So serpent came, and this serpent energy, she's a demoness, and she started throwing many snakes. Basically, she's a serpent, and she started throwing many snakes, many poisonous snakes in the war zone. So when these poisonous snakes came, Lalita's army is fighting, but the snakes were very fast. They bit some of the Lalita's Sena, Lalita's army, and some of the Lalita's warriors almost fell unconscious because of the poison. So Dandanatha and Mantrini saw this. They went to Maa Lalita and said, Maa Lalita, this is what is happening. What can we do? Maa Lalita meditated, and then she invoked another Shakti called like a mongoose, because mongoose and snake, they are always, enemies. So to tackle Sarpani, mongoose Shakti was involved. Her name is Nevali. Nevali came, and then Nevali created many mongooses, and then, this is how they killed all the serpents of the enemy side. And then those Shaktis who had become unconscious, Maa Lalita invoked Amriteshani. Amriteshani came and gave Amrit, which revived all this Shakti again. So those who had fallen unconscious, or those, all of them became conscious again, and they were filled up with another Shakti. And that's how Maa Shakti Sena again became stronger. And the enemy Shakti Sena, Bhandasur's Sena, the army is becoming weaker and weaker. In this way, in 68th chapter, Karank is killed. 67th chapter, Durmad is killed. Now we go on to 60. Now, in 69th chapter, there are another demon called Balahak. He was very, very strong, and Balahak was invoked. He is from the enemy side. When Balahak was not able to kill, Ma invoked Tiraskarani Shakti. Tiraskarani came, and then she fought with Balahak, and Balahak was killed. After that, in 79th chapter, the war is going on. Vishukra got busy with Mantrini, and then Mahadevi Jwala was invoked. She started burning a lot of people. Then Vishanga and Dandani, then Bhandasur's son with Bala, Ulukjit with Tiraskarani, all of these people, the army started fighting with each other. Then in the war, Varahi got hurt. When Varahi got hurt, then Varahi's attendants, Jambini, Stambini, etc., they became active. They started fighting with Bhandasur's army. Then in that, Kutilaksh was killed by Jambini. Then Mantrini was fighting with Vishukra. Mantrini got hurt too. Vishanga got hurt too. So both of them are getting hurt. So in 79th chapter, Vishang and Vishukra, they are almost getting cheated by this army, and they are also almost getting defeated. Then comes the next chapter. In that one, the Daityas came near the So Vishang goes now. Now they are getting defeated. So what happened? Vishang and Vishukra was almost weak, and Vishang is also weak. Bhandasur knows what is going to happen to his army because he's knowing the outcome of the war. Bhandasur goes back to his camp. He goes back to his camp and he meets his wife. His wife are like, why are you so sad? He's like, sad means I'm seeing everybody is dying and I know what is going to happen. In a way, I'm very happy also. But yes, it is a sad moment to see my brothers dying, my sons dying. It is a sad moment. And but whatever it is, I have to accept it. He is talking like this to his wife. He knows what he's going through and what is going to come because Narad Muni has already told. But he has to behave brave in front of his army. So he goes back to the army and he says, we cannot lose with these ladies. We have to fight back. And then Vishang and Vishukra, though defeated, they again come back with more energy. They're like, yes, we have to fight back. And then I don't want to sit here in the camp right now. And in the night time, the demons are more stronger. So they're like, let's go march now itself and let's go fight with them. Demons at that moment, they go back to Maa Lalita's camp. At an hour when the ladies are not expecting, when the Shakti Sena is not expecting, they're sleeping well in their camp, and these people, they try to march there. And suddenly, Dandanatha hears the sound of their horses. So Dandanatha wakes up everybody. Come on, wake up, wake up, wake up. The enemy is here. And these ladies, they had just slept because they're in the army. They had just slept. But then these demons, they were so active in the night, they all got up. And the other Devis were invoked. The Tithis were invoked. The Nitya Tithis were invoked. Anima, Lagima, all the Shaktis were invoked. They were all woken up, and then all of them started fighting. Tithi Devis fought the demons. Now Kameshwari was invoked. Kameshwari now got very angry, and Kameshwari became very fierce, and Kameshwari went and started fighting with Vishang. The war went for a long time between Kameshwari and Vishang. In the end, of course, Kameshwari won. She hit Vishang on 3 parts: his chest, his leg, and then his feet. And then she just killed him with her fist. And so she wanted to kill him, but Vishang became unconscious. Then she held him again. Then he was brought to consciousness. She wanted to just kill him. Kameshwari was so angry, she just wanted to kill Vishang completely. But then Lalita looked at her Mantrini, and Mantrini is like, Kameshwari, stop. Let's not kill Vishang now. Let Vishang take the message to Bhandasur that how he was defeated again. How many times are they going to come like this? And how many times are they going to try fighting with us? Let Vishang take the message. This whatever we have done with Vishang is more than enough. He's almost like dead. Let him go back. Vishang goes to Bhandasur's camp. He's very hurt. But now he's more angry. He goes to Bhandasur and says, I feel so bad. Today was the worst day of my life. Getting defeated by a woman? How humiliating that is. I don't like this. I feel like dying right now. I thought I could have killed them, but these ladies are way too strong. I don't know what to do. I feel very, 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 very sad. What to do? So his brother Vishukra comes. Vishukra is like, brother, don't worry. We have not yet lost the war. Till the end of the war, we have to fight. So what if we lost somewhere here and there? So what? We have been losing little battles with these ladies. So what? But these are anyways ladies. We are very brave people. Just because they are ladies, we are not showing our full power. We could just kill them like this. But we won't kill them. Now we should get Lalita. We should capture Lalita and bring her to us. That's the only goal. And don't worry, Vishang. I'm going to do something nice today. Till now, I didn't use this power. I got a mantra from Parshuram long time ago. And that mantra was how to hypnotize the people of the enemy's army. And I'm going to go and invoke and chant that mantra, and I'm going to give a yantra. I'll write that mantra with that power, and I'll make that yantra and I'll give it to you, Vishanga. Your duty is to go in the night and throw that yantra in the enemy's camp. That's all. And while you're doing that, I will bring my army here, and we will try and come today to get into Lalita's Rath and get into Lalita's wherever her quarters are. So tonight we will do this. So you don't lose hopes, brother. I'm there for you. Vishukra goes and he starts praying as per the black tantra, black arts, it's called Vamachar. He starts praying. So he starts praying and he starts invoking that strong negative energy, and with that mantra. And the way they have described here, he goes, he offers non-veg, he kills an animal to please that negative Devi, and then he offers liquor to please that negative Devi, and then he sits himself naked in that area, and that is a full graveyard. He sits in the graveyard naked, and he starts praying, and then invokes that negative energy, and with that negative mantra, he writes it he makes a yantra, and then comes back and gives it to Vishanga and says, go. Now this negative energy will work. We haven't used this. So, and he has chanted this mantra on a mala, which is called Rakshasi Mala. So Rakshasi Mala is, this malas, we have Japa Mala made out of tulsi beads, right? Chandan or spatik. But the Rakshasi Japa Mala is made out of either skulls of dead body or teeth of dead body or bones of dead body. With that, they make Rakshasi Mala. So he made that mala very energized with this negative energy, and then give it to Vishang and said, go Vishang, now throw it in the army's camp. Vishang is like, okay. Vishang goes there in the night, and then he sees that Lalita's camp is covered by a big, circle of flames. Because the previous night, these people had marched at night, and these ladies were very tired fighting with this Vishanga, Vishukra and everybody, and now they were very afraid. So previous night before sleeping, Mantrini went to Maa and said, Maa, the Sena, the army is very tired. They want to sleep, but we are very afraid because anytime these people will come, they don't care about day or night anymore. So we are afraid. How do we protect you? Maa said, don't worry. Jwala Malini will be there. I will see to it that they make a circle of fire. Nobody will be able to enter the fire. So the whole Maa's camp is now being guarded by this Jwala Malini Shaktis. Jwala Malini Shaktis are fire Shaktis. They bring fire. So Vishang has come with his yantra. And then this is a negative yantra. Vishanga comes there, and now he wants to enter into that camp to throw that. But he sees, okay, it is all covered by fire. From where do I enter? Then he tries to jump. When he tries to jump, the fire goes on increasing more. He was fearful because of the defeat last time. So he does not get the confidence that he'll be able to put the yantra there. He goes back to Vishukra. And he says, I went there. I don't think so I can do it alone. The fire is everywhere, and these Jwala Malini Shaktis, wherever I go, they are increasing the fire. So if I go alone, I'll get burned. I want somebody to come. All of you come. Let one army come with me, and let us, divert their minds. So some of us can enter the camp and then throw this yantra. So they devised this method. Okay, Vishukra said, okay, let's take a camp. Let's take an army. And then they had some small battalion. They took that battalion there along with them. And they started to fight with the Jwala Malini Shaktis. So Jwala Malini are increasing their fire, but now they're diverted. So their energy is now diverted. They're not able to do that. So meanwhile, Vishanga ensured he took some of the people, and then he went inside and threw this yantra, which is the negative yantra, everywhere. And this negative yantra went and affected the Shaktis of Maa Lalita's camp. And then they tried to go inside more and more. And when they reached they try to go inside more, and they try to reach near Maa Lalita's Ratha, Maa Lalita's chariot. They reached there, and they became successful reaching there. And then they thought, okay, now behind this Ratha, behind this chariot will be Maa's quarters where she's resting. Now we should make something, and then we should get into Maa's quarter. So Vishang tries to go there into Maa's quarter, and then suddenly there is a fire that comes out, because Maa's quarter is very highly protected. A fire comes out, and these people are not able to do anything. So what to do? So they take an arrow, and then they shoot it. They try to shoot it, and they try to attack Maa's door where Maa is living. Dandanatha and Mantrini get up. What is happening? They're like, how do we do now? They come out, they start fighting. So they are fighting, and but they realize that the enemy has come very close. We have to do something. So they don't know what to do. They try to stop the enemy, but the fight goes on and on and on. And then Mantrini and Dandanatha, they decide this is not possible for us to stop anymore. Let us do this thing. We'll go to Maa Lalita. In the meanwhile, Dandanatha tries to wake up other Shaktis. They're like, come on, let's go fight. And the Shaktis are already affected by the yantra. So when Dandanatha says to the Shakti, come on, get up, fight with these demons. They're already here in our camp. The Shaktis are like, because they are affected by the yantra, so they are now thinking negatively. They're like, why do you tell us to fight, Dandanatha? You are a bad woman. Always you are angry. You have made us also bad. Dandanatha thinks, what just happened to these ladies? They're all in our army. They are so nice. They're fighters. Suddenly, what happened to them? These ladies are like, we are not going to fight. You made us sin. Why should we fight with the demons? And your Lalita, because of your Lalita, oh, that Lalita also, she only wants to just play with her husband. That's all. We don't want to fight for such women. And your Mantrini, she is also crooked only, like you. Look at your face. You're like a pig. So these ladies, they started speaking all these things, which normally they won't. So this is black magic, People, it happens with people. Black magic, when the effect of black magic happens, you are so unaware that you are a normal person, but then you will start talking in a different manner. Dandanatha realized, oh my God, this is worse. So now Mantrini is already gone to Lalita. Dandanatha comes to Lalita and says, Ma, Vishukra and Vishanga have casted some negative energy in our camp, that our army, all the ladies are right now talking really nonsense, and they don't know. They are just accusing us. Whatever they are talking, it is 100% sure that their minds are not in their control. This negative energy is controlling their mind. We have to do something to break this yantra, the power of the yantra and the power of the negative mantra that has been casted upon our army. Who can do that? Maa Lalita looks at them. Maa Lalita does not get worried. She just smiles. Maa Lalita smiles, and then she looks at Kameshwar, her husband. Just by her smile, Kameshwar is so happy. And then they both invoke Lord Ganesha. Ganeshji ki Jai Ho. Ganesha has come. So now we are reading from the Saptatimo Adhyaya. This is 72nd chapter. Prarthitaivam Shyamalaya Sri Mata Parmeshwari Leelam Vitanvati Shigram Sansmita Prema Bhavatah Koti Indu Kirna Bhasan Shingara Mritavarshanan Katakshan Kamesha Mukha Saundaryabdhyava Murchayat Ato Devi Smita Loka Kamesha Mukha Sangate Gadanatha Samudbhuhu Dibhasyo Runa Samprabha. Devi looked at Kameshwar, and just by a smile, Kameshwar was happy, and they both invoked Lord Ganesha to do this war. So when we read Lalita Sahasranam, during Bhandasur, his name is also taken. So he comes to remove the negative effects of all this black magic. So when people ask me, sometimes people say, oh, by praying to Lalita, will the black magic be removed? Yes. Wherever there is Lalita, there is Ganesha. Wherever there is Lalita, there are other Shaktis. So be assured in your life, if you are praying to Lalita, if somebody has done something, it might be possible, because you are not aware who did what on you. But even though you might be affected for some time, sometimes the person realizes that something wrong has happened, but they are not able to find out. But be assured, it won't work on you for long if you are sincerely chanting Lalita Sahasranam, if you are following right habits. I always assure this to people. Black magic will work on you only if you are, it will go on continuing if your habits are not good. Okay. It may affect. It is like, if somebody threw bomb at some place. Poor people, they're not enemies, but the bomb affects for some time, right? Same way, if somebody has done something negative, it will affect. But if your habits are strong, means you're in sattvic, you're doing sattvic practices, no meat eating at home, no drinking at home, following good conduct, being moral. If you are strong in your habits, if you are very strong in your, in your character, and very strong in your bhakti, in your devotion towards Guru and towards God, then all this black magic, whatever people do, it won't last for long. You will definitely, but I'm saying last for long means sometimes it takes 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, also 5 year also. But you will come out of it. But you will definitely come out of it. And when you come out of it, you know what happened. Main thing is you have to sincerely keep practicing. Okay. Chanting of Bhagwan's name will take away these energies. Okay. You have to be very, very strongly anchored in your Guru, strongly anchored in the Lalita Sahasranam, strongly anchored in any chanting that you are doing, Shiva mantra, Bhairav mantra. So when you are praying to Maa Lalita, if something wrong is happening, Bhairav is also there, who is always protecting. So when we do tantric sadhanas, when the higher mantras are given, Guru, Ganpati, Bhairav, these three are always given to protect the devotees. But you have some past karmas of yours. Because of those past karmic exchange, you may end up with those persons who may do negative to you, but do not fear. You might have already ended up with some people, but do not fear. Now you're on the right path. Just strongly walk on this path. I am telling you because these things happen. Many times people come and tell me, oh, that person was a devotee. I always saw them chanting. Then black magic can happen on them also. When I was young, I didn't know all these things. I used to think, yeah, how did it happen? But now I have seen so much of life. I've seen people are chanting, but within their mind, their character is not strong. And they have done things thinking that they can hide from the world. But those things, little things which you astray, makes you weaker in your consciousness. And that whenever there is a weak consciousness, that is the door for the negative energy to enter. Be very strong in all circumstances. Secondly, I have seen people pretend to be gurus and exploit. Be very careful. Do not make any human as Bhagwan. I can only say that. No human can become Bhagwan. Okay, so gurus will exploit saying, oh, I am Bhagwan. I am Krishna. I am this, I am that. No guru, no human can be Bhagwan. A guru is only somebody who will take you to Bhagwan. He cannot say, I am Bhagwan. So you have to be very, very careful about such gurus. Do not make anybody as Bhagwan. Okay, we have spoken about what are the qualities of Bhagavan in Bhagavad Gita. So certain things you have to be very careful. Negativity is always there, everywhere, and you won't even know. Nowadays, this negative, people, they appear like devotees and they do all this worse things for power, for money, for something. They'll do it. So be very careful, but be very careful in the sense, make your vibe strong. That's all I'll say. Your vibe has to be stronger. All right. The Guru, when we are doing sadhanas, the Guru mantra is given to you, the Ganesh mantra is given to you, the Bhairav mantra is given to you, Lalita sadhana is given to you. You do it sincerely. Nothing will happen. Character has to be strong. Don't fall down. Don't fall down. Okay. All right. So now Ganeshji came. And how is he looking? How does he look? Gadanatha samudbudhi bhasyo aruna samaprabha gadam shulam shankhabjam vishanam dakshabahubhi matulungam dhanaschakram pasham dhanyasya manjarim vanvam karaishunda samatamani bhajanah raktakosheya vasano divyamala vibhuchana tinetras chandra chudalo mandi koti ramanditaha shaktya samalishtadehe galan mad jalavilaha pranamyam dev lalitam devim bada anjalo pato bravit devi bruhi mayayat krityam matraranudhyame. Ganeshji came, and Ganeshji is all reddish in color, and he has a mace in his hand, then he has a trishul in his hand, a trident in his hand, he has a shankha, a conch in his hand, a kamal means lotus in his hand, and one of his tusk is broken, so he has that also in his hand. And Dhanush, bow arrow he has a gourd in his hand, he has a rope in his hand, and some husk he has in his hands. So all this he has, and he has a long trunk, and the trunk is very decorated. He has a big forehead, and on that big forehead he's wearing a nice mukut, a crown. And he comes in front of Mother and says, Mother, why did you remember me? Ma says that Vishanga, he has done something on our Shakti Sena, and our Shakti Sena is right now lost. Everything, they are not able to remember who they are, and they are talking all negative things about Dandanatha, Mantrini and me. So your job now is to go and remove the effects, all the malefic effects of all the black magic that Vishanga has done. Who is going to remove? Ganeshji. Got it? So Ganeshji, go and do this. So Ganeshji starts going there, and then he goes to the war zone, and wherever he finds a yantra, Ganeshji starts removing that yantra, starts making it powerless. So wherever he saw, and then while he was doing that, demons were coming and fighting with him. So he had so many weapons in his hand, he just went on fighting with the demons, and then he, with his big trunk, he started hitting them. And then some demons came near him. He had a big ear, so he started fanning his ears. By the fan itself, there was so much wind that came out that the demons were blown away. Then some of the demons, they came near him. He just breathed very strongly, and he inhaled air. And when he inhaled the air, all the demons got into his trunk. And inside his trunk, the demons, he's like rotating his trunk, and the demons don't know what to do. They are very troubled inside it. And then he throws them out. When he throws them out, he exhales. He throws them out with such force that some of them are dying and some of them are like running. Then again he inhaled some demons. Some demons came out from the ears. So he's inhaling, exhaling, he's playing with the demons. And then he sees some people. He moves his trunk and beats them up. This is all he's doing. And then he keeps moving, and then wherever he sees the yantra, he just goes on breaking the yantra, breaking all the negative effects of that black magic. Then Vishanga came, he started fighting with Vishanga, and then some of Bhanda's sons were there, they all started fighting, and the fight started with the bow and the arrow, then the mace fight, then whatever they had, the rope fight, then the goat fight, the axe fight, everything, whatever they had, they were fighting with each other. And Ganeshji went on destroying everyone, and everybody was getting defeated. And and then Vishang was defeated. Vishang didn't know what to do. He became unconscious. Ganeshji marched ahead. Okay, this guy is unconscious. Whoever came in his way, everybody became unconscious. Vishukra came in his way. Vishukra became unconscious. Then after making everybody unconscious, Ganeshji started heading towards Bhandaputra. Bhandasur saw from there. Bhandasur is like Bhandasur and Ganesh, remember, they were friends when they were kids, right? Bhandasur saw Ganesh is coming to fight with me. Bhandasur, but thinks in his head, I don't want to die from his hands. He's so powerful, he'll kill me. I know that for sure. Then he starts calling Maa. Maa, I really request you. I don't want to fight with Ganesha. I was supposed to be killed by your hand. So I'm really requesting and praying to you, O Maa, please tell Ganesha to go away. I want to die at your hands. So when he's praying like that, Lalita Ambika remembered. And then Lalita Ambika remembered Maa Ganesha and then invoked him back. Then Ganesha comes to Maa Lalita. Ganesha is like, I was almost there to fight with Bhandasur. Why did you call me back? Lalita is like, okay, this war was enough for you now. From here on, all the Shaktis will handle, don't worry. I just wanted you to come and break the power of those negative yantras that you have done. Very well, thank you. And then she gives a good hug to her son, kisses him on his forehead, and then she's like, your work is done, Ganesha. Thank you so much. So Ganesha goes. So after that, Mantrini is there, Dandanatha is there, and only person left now is Bhandasur. Ganesh. So how the war is going to go? So Parshuram and Haigreve and Agastya is talking about this. So Agastya is like, Ganesha went and Ganesha fought. I cannot even imagine such a cute Ganesha, so sweet. How did he fight? What happened in the fight? Can you please give me some more details of the fight, O Gurudeva? Haigreve is like, okay, I'll give you some details. So Haigreve in the next chapter, he's giving the details in 73rd chapter. He says, when he went there, Bhandasur saw that Ganesha is coming and Ganesha will kill me. So Bhandasur created another demon who was just like an elephant. And this elephant demon, he created more elephant-like demons. So Ganesh invoked his own army who were looking like Ganeshas, and this Gajasur, his name is Gajasur, the demon army. He said the Gajasur also made so many demons like elephant. So now Ganesha's army and Gajasur's army, they were so busy in fighting with each other that Ganesh was delayed in reaching to Bhandasur. And that is at the time when Bhandasur prayed to Maa Lalita, and Ganesh, killed all Gajasur and Gajasur's army, but then Maa Lalita called him back and the war stopped that day there. Bala had intervened. Bala has, whoever Bhanda's sons were there, Bhanda's sons and Bala, they kept fighting. They got killed. And in this way, 73rd chapter is over. So this night, Bhandasur goes back to his camp. Tonight he was really tired. His wife comes to him. 4 wives he had. The first one comes to him. He's like, what happened? How was the day today? He's like, what do I say? It was the same. Shakti Sena is so powerful. They keep coming. All my sons died today. But I'm very happy they died because they must have gone to Maa's abode. I know everybody will die. All my brother, everybody's going to die. I know. But now I'm getting restless. The wife is asking why. He's like, it is stressed too much. Today Ganesha had come to fight with me. I'm done. I just want to fight with Lalita now. And I want her to come and just kill me and let this war be over. Anyways, this war is going to be over. So I just want to get killed by her now. I'm done. All of you will go before me. And I am excited to see you all at the other end. Now, this is Bhandasur. What was his mistake? When you look at Bhandasur's story, it is very inspirational. I draw a lot of inspiration from him. He was such a nice man. If you see, he was the devotee and the guard of Lakshmi. Mahalakshmi. His only mistake was he got lusty towards a married man, a married woman. And because of that lust, and he got so angry, he started forcing himself on her. And she was devoted to her husband. Now that was a big mistake. When Bhagavan in Gita says, Kamesha, Krodesha, Rajagunattamudbhava, this calm and krodha, lust and anger, these are your main things that put you into trouble. So he desired this and he got it in the next life. He was the king of 500 universes. What kind of richness, what kind of luxurious life he has seen. Forget about one woman. He is an asura, he is a known asura. So lust, no stoppage for him. Nobody can stop him. He had become that powerful with his Rajogun and Tamogun. But yet, he had one good quality. He was still a devotee of Maa. So that one good quality that he was a devotee of Maa, that saved him. That saved him. It gives us, it makes me feel better. Yeah, sometimes we are very harsh on judging ourselves. Oh, we made this mistake, we made that mistake. We are not good. We are not chanting. Many times people write to me, oh, I'm not able to chant so much. I don't have the time to do this. Am I sinning? Will Maa get angry at me? And I'm like, no, Maa will not get angry at you. What are you worried of? If Maa is very benevolent, to a person like Bhandasur also, she is giving liberation. And Bhandasur is waiting, when will Maa come and kill me? Because Bhandasur knew. Bhandasur is telling so many times, he has told, what is the use of this sinful body anymore? I have seen enough. I'm done with all this sinning. Bhandasur wants it. Now he wants to come back. And Maa is so nice. She will give him. And Bhandasur says that in his prayer. That whoever desires whatever, Maa is going to give. That is the beauty of Mother. So Bhandasur's two brothers, Vishukra and Vishanga. Vishukra means our materialistic desires. When they go on increasing, everybody has materialistic desire. We are all in between an animal and a divine nature, right? We have both nature. We have animalistic and divine nature, both. We are all in between. It's not that lust is bad. It is required. But too much of anything is bad. We, as man, women, there is a need to be with a woman or to be with a man. So that is why we made marriage system. Okay, you have animalistic desires, you have bodily needs. This is your wife, this is your husband. Whatever little needs are there, fulfill it. Think higher. You want to enjoy life? Earn money. Whatever little things, how much do you want to enjoy? Whatever little things you want, get it, move ahead. Do not get carried away by this Rajogun. Just like how Bhandasur, there was no end. There was no end for him. Do not get carried away. We have animalistic tendencies. We live in the confines of a grihasthashram. Whatever little animalistic things we have, we fulfill that in that grihasthashram. And do not behave more animal-like. We realize our higher nature. That is a system being made. We don't get so greedy. We should know where to control our greed. We can enjoy, no problem. But we should know where to control our enjoyment. Otherwise, those enjoyment will become a source of suffering for us. So Bhandasur, seen the highest. Now he's saying, I'm ready to leave everything. So Vishukra means our unlimited materialistic desire, and Vishang means our deep-rooted attachments. Deep-rooted. First of all, we'll have desire, then this thing is mine. And if that thing goes, we cry. So Vishukra and Vishang are this materialistic lust and deep-rooted attachment towards this lust, rag or dvesh, whatever we call it. So these are his two brothers. His Bhanda's sons, they got killed by Bala. 30 sons. They got killed by Bala. Bhanda's sons are, when we become so rajoguni, in the mode of passion and ignorance, we are creating every day a new Bhandasur in us, a new child in us, a child of, new desires. So Bala is Maa's energy, which is Sattvic energy. Bala's Bij mantra gives you Sadbuddhi, means right thinking. So when you are chanting Lalita Sahasranam, you're chanting the first mantra, which is Bala mantra. In Bala mantra, you are getting this Sadbuddhi, right thinking. And with that right thinking, any new Bhandasur created in you, means any new materialistic desire that may become problem for you in the future, is getting destroyed. So when you're on this path, all those little new things which you are creating every day because of your desires, which will be problem for you, will get killed. Killed means now you are getting that brains to decide what is right, what is wrong. Spiritual energy is increasing higher. When I got into Lalita Sahasranam, my first mantra was the Vagbhav mantra, which I give you. Not the Bij, the mantra. I never realized why I was chanting it when I was given in the 10th grade. I was in 10th grade. I was 14 years old and mantra was given to me. And I chanted that mantra. I never knew why. For me, I was chanting the mantra because I wanted to get good marks in my board examination. That's all. But later on, when experiences started happening, I realized the power of that mantra. That mantra, what was given by the Guru, which I chanted so sincerely, it gave me good marks, no doubt, but that was not the ultimate. It developed my brain cells. I was able to understand books which normal people are not able to understand. I will only give that to that mantra. And then when we read Tripura Rahasya, we see who was Haritayana, who was Sumedha in his past life. The power of that half mantra made him Haritayana, and he is giving us Tripura Rahasya. So Bala's energy is that energy which keeps your mind in control and keeps your mind in positive direction, in mode of goodness. It gives you that determination. I'm living in the same society where everybody is living. But determination, when it comes to determination, I will not say I'm something special, but yes, those mantras, those power of those mantras which affect your cells, brain cells, probably they made it. I could be very easily carried away by, but no, doesn't happen. So Bala means that energy. Bala means that energy, which keeps you on the right track, which will not allow you to fall down. And Bhanda's sons means all those new desires which might be problem in the future. Bala's energy goes on removing those. Okay, so Vishang, Vishukra, who are brothers of Bhandasur, basically Bhandasur is the negative tendency in you, the egoistic you, that is your Bhandasur inside you. You are Bhandasur if you are in Rajoguna and Tamoguna. But if you start praying to Bala, you get into Sattva Guna. and then slowly you will get into the right place. When that negative energy came, right? Ganesha comes and kills the negative energy, the black magic. That is in us only. You go on the path of spirituality. Few months you'll be doing very nice. Few years you'll be doing very nice. Then somebody else will come. And then they will fill your mind with doubts about the path that you are following. That's it. You will stop. You will stop. But someone is sincerely prayed to Maa Lalita and Maa Bala, I'm telling you, even if you stop for some time, there will come a time when that change will happen, and that change is done by Ganesha. So everything that you hear in this story, though it happened externally too, it is happening in us every day. We have the tendency to become Bhandasur, but even if we became Bhandasur, the best part is, if we are with Mother, if we are remembering her, no matter how materialistic we were, no matter how much Vishukra we had, no matter how much Vishang we went, Vishang means bad, wrong attachments. But if we are praying to Maa, these people will be gone. Mantrini is Maa's attendant, but she is our own energy, sattvic energy in us, which is working with our mind. Positive words. Mantra means, mantra give you positive words. So Mantrini is the goddess of those words. If you speak negative, negative energy is going to come. If you speak positive, positive energy is going to come. So speak positive always. Dandanatha is the goddess who gives you punishment. So as devotee of Maa, if you're on this path, if you do wrong things, you will be punished. And you will be aware of the punishment. It's not that others are not being punished. Everybody gets punished. But they don't realize. But when we are on the spiritual path, we start realizing. We become aware. Oh, we made this mistake. We made that mistake. We should not be doing it. We should not be doing it. So the awareness, increases. Spiritual person is very highly aware. And he takes his life very seriously. He knows the signs of Rajogun, Tamogun, and Satogun. He does not hate Tamogun. He does not hate Rajogun. He does not, these are going to be there always. We should know where to stop ourselves. We should know how to control. It's like a gun. Gun is neutral. If the cop uses it, it is for good purpose. If a dacoit, a robber or somebody else uses it, it's for bad purpose. The gun is neutral. Similarly, these gunas are there. They have been given to us. We should know how to use it and be on the right path. Okay. So here, Bhandasur went to his wives and he's telling everybody is going to get killed. But I'm very happy. I'm very satisfied. I just want this war to over. I want Maa Lalita to come. And then I want to fight with her alone. That's my only desire. Mantrini and Dandanatha are also with Lalita. They are also thinking how the war is going to go, but they have also come to the point that Ma, now you should intervene and we should end this war once and for all. While Bhandasur is talking to his wife, his brothers came, and then Bhandasur said, let me talk to them. Bhandasur is talking to his brothers and he said, what do we do now? He started acting in front of the brothers. Oh, I'm so sad. All my sons are died. Now what do I do? But the brothers are still very powerful. They won't lose so easily. So the brothers said, don't worry. We are here. And wait. We will do something and we will kill Lalita tonight. Or we will at least get her here tonight. So do not worry. We are going to try one more tactic. And now they decided. So he said, in the morning, so this brother, one of the brothers, the brothers were very hurt, Vishang and Vishukra. They were very hurt, but still they have the energy. They gathered all their energy. They called one small battalion of people. And then they said, okay, we will go and you also follow us. from behind, and now we will face them one-on-one, and then we will fight. So Bhandasur got up. He sat in his chariot. The brothers also got their chariots. Now they again started marching, and there also Maa Lalita said, okay, I will also get into the fight now. Maa Lalita sat on her chariot, and then she is followed by Sampatkari on her chariot, then Mantrini is on her chariot, Dandanatha on her chariot, Ashwaruda on her chariot, Bala is again coming on her small chariot, and everybody now has come to the war again the next day, and the war is going on. Vishukra's sons come. Vishukra's sons are there. They fight and with Mantrini, and they're all dead. Vishanga's sons come. They fight with Varahi, and they also die. And Jambini, Stambini, etc. All of these are there. And in chapter number 75, Vishanga also dies. And Vishanga has died. And then in chapter 76, which we'll read tomorrow probably we'll end up this mostly. So tomorrow, so here Vishanga is died. Now after Vishanga is dead, everybody feels very sad in Bhandasur's camp. Now what do I do? What do we do? So Bhandasur in his head is thinking, whatever happening is good, and he feels very grateful that Vishanga and his brothers and his sons are all died by because of mother, and they will all be living now happily in Manidweep. So he's very excited to go back to Manidweep. He is not worried about the battle anymore. He's like, okay, let the battle get over. Let this body die. Let me go back to Manidweep. Let me be there with my family once more. So tomorrow we will see how the fight between Maa Bhandasur happens and what is the importance of reading this book. Mostly tomorrow we will end up this chapter. So today I wanted to finish with Ganeshji. Tomorrow we will see the war between Maa Lalita and Bhandasur. All right. All right. Ma, do all the warriors of Maa Tripura have divine bodies? From where does their Shakti Bal come from? Shakti Bal comes from Maa only, Ritu. We all are Maa's warriors. We all. Where do we get Shakti? Maa. There are two types of creations always. One is Maa, the Parashakti creates from her mental creation. So one Shakti is her mental creation. Another Shakti is us. We are lower because we have to come through human ways, right? But the Shakti is there everywhere. So all of them are divine, and all of them have Maa Shakti only. This Maa Shakti is in three forms: Satogun, Rajogun, Tamagun. Okay. So this you will see warriors of all types in Maa's camp. And I always say, like on earth, okay, I am worshipping Maa in Satogun. So when I leave the body, I will be in Maa Satoguni camp. But there are devotees who are worshipping Maa through Aghor, Vampanth, Bali, drinking this, that. Maa is still still gracious on them, you know. Because they worship Tamasic way, they will be the Tamasic deities. They will also be there somewhere nearby. Okay. So all of them, they get their energy from Maa only. And these are the three forms. Omkar writes, Sri Ganesh, Nama, Jai Guru Maa, Jai Gurudev. Isn't balance the key for everything in life? Yes. To maintain the balance, God took avatar as bad, was empowering. Does rule of Prakriti and rule of spirituality differ? No, it's the same thing. Doesn't gunas have to be balanced? Yeah. Over of anything is bad. Over of anything is bad. To maintain the balance, God took avatar as bad as... Okay. Yes. Does the rule of Prakriti and rule of spirituality... Prakriti is spirituality only. Okay. Rule of Prakriti. Whatever you do, कर्म का जो नियम है, कर्म बंधन का, जो तुमने बोया है, वही तुमने खाया है. खाना पड़ेगा तुमको. So whatever you do, you will have to reap it. Okay. To every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Okay, so anything extreme is not good. Sattvic guna is extreme, must not be good, right? If we consume too much sugar, we get diabetes. Yes. Then why does extreme sadhana doesn't get a bad name? It gets a bad name. Who told you extreme sadhana? Omkar, you have not heard Gita from me then. When your question is like this, you have not heard Gita. Bhagavan has said, no extreme sadhana. Bhagavan has said to maintain a balance. Read chapter 6 or listen to all my lectures on chapter 6 especially. Bhagavan is told to maintain a balance. Anybody who's, and even not only chapter 6, chapter 17th, Bhagavan is told, if somebody is doing extreme sadhana, hurting their body, not following as per the scriptures, Bhagavan has made it very clearly, has said, these are all tamasic sadhana where you hurt your body. So extreme sadhana, Bhagavan is not told. Sadhana, slowly, when somebody is doing sadhana, okay, your prana shakti starts going, increasing. And somebody, when the prana shakti has gone stronger, you will start living without food also for many days. So, but that's a gradual process. If somebody thinks, oh no, I will wake up the whole night. If you force your body to do anything, that kind of sadhana, Bhagavan is told, tamasic and rajasic. Read chapter 16, 17th. Okay, divine and demoniac natures. Bhagavan is told austerities are also of 3 types. Sadhanas are also 3 types, Rajasic, Sattvic, and Tamasic. So read that. Okay, Yajna is also of 3 types. Gyan is also of 3 types. Tapa is also of 3 types. Chapter 16, 17 of Gita. So extreme of anything is not required. Follow the middle path. Lord Dattatreya, who are avatar of Trinity God, who helped us in learning about Sri Vidya, I read a Guru was started by Lord Dattatreya. Datta Guru offered his own flesh to his first disciple. Isn't this tamasic and true? And why was it done? Let me tell you, a mother gives birth to a child. She offers her own flesh to the child. Getting it? This flesh, what people think as flesh, that is not flesh. People misunderstand flesh. When we say, my son is my own blood and flesh, don't we say that in English? Right? We say, my son is my own blood and flesh. That's how it is. When Dattatreya Guru gives his knowledge to any student, he's empowering him. He's making the student just like him. The student who comes, we're too much into tamoguna and rajoguna. But then when they come to Dattatreya, he gives them that empowering knowledge. Okay? So that is not tamasic. A divine person is beyond satoguna, rajoguna, tamoguna. So there are 4 stages. One is tamoguna, rajoguna, satoguna. These are 3 stages in which most people are there. Divine people is nistraya gunatita. They've become gunatita, and you cannot judge them by just one small thing. Trailang Swami, I've told this story. If you're attending my Gita, if you have attended my Gita, you will know. If you have not attended, please listen to all the lectures. If you don't listen to the lectures, next time when I start Gita, please come from the beginning till the end. Okay? Don't miss one lecture. Every lecture is enlightening and gives so much knowledge. So I've told this Trailang Swami's story. Trailang Swami, he was an enlightened being. He's gone beyond the flesh. He's gone beyond the flesh. Okay, let me tell you this. So one day he goes to his, one student invited him. He goes to this lady, and this lady thinks, oh, he's from South, maybe, from their village. Maybe he'll eat. Fish was their specialty from coastal region, Karnataka. So they said, maybe he will like fish. So she made fish for him. Trailang Swami was in a different zone. Ate it up. So his shishyas, they're saying, oh, Trailang Swami tells us not to eat fish, and look at him, he ate fish. Trailang Swami understood the shishyas. He didn't say anything. Next day he was invited again. So next day when he was invited, this time Trailang Swami called the lady of the house. She's like, oh, you cook the food? She's like, yeah. He's like, do you have the angiti, what do you call it? Angiti, the barbecue, the coal is still burning. She's like, yeah, why do you want? He's like, get me some coal, burning coal from that. I want to see that. So she gets some burning coal, and then he says, put a plate and put the burning coal in the plate. And so the burning coal is put in his plate. And then he says, put 4 plates for my disciples also. And put this burning coals in their plates also. And then Trailang Swami takes the burning coal and eats. And then he looks at the Pagal ho gaya, Guruji. Guruji is like, yeah, yesterday when I ate fish, you guys wanted to eat the fish. Today Guruji is eating this, eat. So understanding a Guru is very difficult. Okay? Because when disciples come to a Guru, The Guru by the time has already matured. The disciples have not seen the tapasya of the Guru. When the world was busy in, in worldly pursuits, the Guru was busy in his spiritual pursuit. Nobody has seen his journey. Suddenly the Guru shines. And then students come. And then they start judging. Oh, the Guru is tamasic. Oh, the Guru is rajasic. Oh, the Guru is... Because the Guru will appear this normal to you. He'll appear very normal to you. Why does he have to show you anything that he has done? Because he has already achieved what he has to achieve. But you have not seen him while he was doing that. You came to him only when he has already achieved it. And now you are always putting your lens and judging. Oh, is this tamasic? Oh, is this rajasic? Oh, is this sattvic? It takes time to understand the Guru. Okay. So when you ask me this question, isn't this tamasic? I told you, what is that blood and flesh? It's the Guru's hard work that he does on the Shishya. That's his blood and flesh. Okay. Sweat. For us, for a Guru, there is no difference between blood, and there is no difference between sweat. You know why? We see it as Jala Tattva. You see as blood and sweat. For us, no difference between flesh and dirt. I see as Prithvi Tattva. You see as flesh. So it takes time to come to the Guru's level and understand. Because for the Guru, he has gone beyond the Tattvas, gone beyond Tamas, Rajas, Sattva, gone beyond everything. His mind is like Manasarovar, crystal clear. Getting it? So you look at his activities outside, it is difficult to understand Guru. Okay, all right. Why the rule of jungle is to eat or be eaten? That is for the animals. Bhagwan made it. Okay. But for humans, Bhagwan has given wisdom and the freedom of choice and Bhagavad Gita. Animals, they need food, right? Bhagwan's Srishti is so well balanced. Even if they eat each other, they will eat only when they are hungry. Have you seen when you talk about this, I have seen animals, they're so controlled in their sexual behavior. Really. Forget about their food. A dog will get attracted to the female dog only when she is in heat. That's the only time. But what about a human being? The human being wants to copy an animal. Oh, the animal can eat, so we can also eat. Man, the animal also has a controlled sex appetite. How is your sex appetite? Tell me that. Whether you have it or not, your mind is always into that. Animals is not like that. They're completely ruled by Prakriti. Right? So, if Prakriti tells them to eat, they will eat. And Prakriti will only guide them to eat whatever is necessary. Their mind is not thinking 4 times a day. Subah ko bhi breakfast also can we have some non-veg, lunch also can we have some non-veg, dinner also can we have some non-veg, and along with not only non-veg, can we have some drinks along with that? Prakriti animals are not thinking about drinks or anything. Are they? Is their mind going there? They are just behaving as per their nature. But humans, behaving against their nature. Behaving against their nature. Got it? God gave this body, and God gave us food. God has given enough food. If somebody is living in a coastal area, if they cannot grow grains, yes, I went to see this. I went to Goa. Not Goa, there's a place called Tarkarli. It's on the border of Goa. Morning 7 o'clock, I was sitting and I saw that 7 o'clock, the fishermen are like, okay, let's go to the ocean. And they took their net. And I saw that in the morning 7 o'clock, nature's bounty, how it is for the coastal people. So many fishes, they come from deep inside the ocean, they come on the coast. Nature is pushing them for people in the coastal areas to live because they cannot grow. So for them, they are living in a coastal area. Nature is providing them this. They are eating it. They will not have they will not get sin, I'm telling you, because they're behaving as per their nature. But the same people, when they come to a normal, big cities, and they get the knowledge of Gita, now the knowledge is being given to you, the wisdom is being imparted to you, and you are put in a place where there's a lot of vegetables available, and there is no need for you to eat an animal. There's no need. You can change yourself. Human has the power to change. You exercise that power. You exercise that will. You exercise that wisdom. Don't behave like an animal all the time. Become divine. That is your true nature. All right. So when you say why the rule of jungle is to eat or eaten, jungle's rule is perfect. I have a mountain here behind me. So I see sheep coming in the mountain in the mornings. They leave sheep. Naturally, we don't have to graze the land because the mountains, when there is a lot of heat, there'll be brush fire. So we get mountain fires a lot. So what people do here, they just send sheep, and sheep, they graze the whole dry leaves and everything, and they graze the land and make it so perfect. We don't have to worry. So the sheep, the flock of sheep is eating the plants, the dried ones, and the fresh ones also. But then they're making it then they're making the soil ready for the new plants to come. I saw that. Natural grazing. You go to nature and you sit in nature, you will see how balanced everything in nature is and how satisfied every animal is. It is not going to attack anyone if it is not hungry or if it is not threatened. But us humans, even to get into a train, we are ready to attack and throw somebody and get into the train, or buy a ticket, or throw somebody out of their chair, and we will do anything. So when you're talking about jungle is very well balanced. But humans, out of balance. Got it? Even if one lives tamasic food, medicine tattva like omega-3 comes from fishes. No, omega-3 also comes from flaxseed. Check it out. Got it? All right, then why is the left-hand path of God a bad name? Rajogun and Tamogun. You have to work on that. Read Gita again and again and think over it, contemplate. I have given you enough reasons now. When I read spiritual books, I found seed of good is in bad and seed of bad is in good. Why is there such contradiction in spiritual path? I told you, I give you the gun, a gun in the cop's hand. If he kills, okay, again, if he kills for a reason, no problem. A gun in a wrong person's hand, and if he kills, what do you say? Acid. We used to clean our floors, don't we? Acid, you throw on somebody's face. What's it? Getting it? So nothing is bad or good. How you use it. I always give this example. Yes, knife, not good or bad. It's good. A robber comes and asks you money, and you don't give the money, and he kills that person. That knife, what is the robber's intention with the knife? A doctor has the same knife in his hand, similar knife. Knife has a purpose of cutting, right? A doctor has a knife in his hand, and he's operating on a patient, and the patient is killed. The intention of the robber and the intention of the doctor, they are both holding the knife. Tell me what is good or bad. They both killed. Tell me what is good or bad. Do I have to explain you? How will nature do? And again, nature is not something external. If somebody has killed somebody, there is a thing called inner conscience. It doesn't allow you to live peacefully. It will not allow you to live peacefully. No matter how much you hide, no matter you hide from the world, it will not allow you to live peacefully. So intention is very important. Got it? So when you're speaking of left-handed path, go and see the intention of the people. I have seen it, so I know how dirty and ugly that is. Fully Rasik and Tamsik. Ambuvasi Mela, I went with my father, and I was sleeping in one room. Right in front of my room was a panda's room. I could see from the window his room. And he had kept like 6 or 7 small little, baby goats. I didn't know, like 25th, the temple is going to open. 24th night, oh my God, I was not able to sleep the whole night. The goat is like bleating, meh, 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 meh. The goats were in terror. They knew what's going to happen. And when you go to the temple, in line, thousands of baby goats, about to be sacrificed. Do you think Mother is asking that? You know why they're being sacrificed? Politicians, actors, businessmen, people with wrong intentions, Vashikaran, Maran, Uchchatan, Stamban, all these wrong things that they want to do, and that is why they are doing it there. My father used to speak against this. So the Panda's lobby came. They knew my father very well. And they're like, Guruji, don't talk like this. Now this has become a business. This is the only time we make money. Ambuvasi Mela. Otherwise, who is going to come in those tribal areas? Those are hilly areas. Kamakhya. Who goes to Kamakhya? Very few people. This is a time, biggest business time for them. You won't even find one lodging or anything in Kamakhya during Ambuvasi Mela. All Pandas' home have become lodges. And then all animals are sacrificed. It's a full business. Goes for meat, everything, full business. So hilly areas. Again, when you go back to that hilly areas, how the hilly areas, you go back to the history. I sit and I just transfer myself, 400 years ago, 500 years ago, what will be this area? Even now it is inaccessible. You can't easily go to Kamakhya walking. It is too high. So what do people do there in hilly areas? Yes. And jungles, deep jungles. What do you do there? And rainy. So probably they might be having this habit of eating. So, that killing animal, people who killed animals, in our books, when you see old scriptures, they have mentioned about killing animals. But either you can eat a roadkill, which is killed by itself, or by roadkill, as you see, one animal is attacked or something like that. Or if you are really not getting food and if you have to really eat, then you take that animal, you offer on the altar. And then you say to the animal, I'm killing you, but you will have to repay, I will repay you again. And that's how you have to sacrifice one animal for your feeding your family. That was the rule made. Not you have to sacrifice, not like today. People are sacrificing animal for their stupid desires. They do one lafda and then they want to close that lafda and then they think, okay, lafda means wrong deeds. Lafda means wrong deeds. They do wrong deeds and then, they think by sacrificing animals, they will be covered. Pap will not leave you. Understand this. So you have to sit there, you have to go in those places with a very neutral mind and observe. Then what I'm saying, I have observed. In Kamakhya, the goats are always in fear, always. And there's a very eerie atmosphere of Kamakhya. To sit there and be lost in God is very tough, very, very tough, very, very tough. And you see, everybody sitting there is only, they're only sitting there for desires, Rajagun and Tamagun, fully. But then I look at Maa and I say, okay, Maa has taken that role. All my children are there. They are suffering from my 3 gunas, no problem. Let them come to me. That's how I see Maa. I always see as benevolent. She's helping each and everyone. And in some life, all of them will be liberated. That's how, okay? So why is there such contradiction? I told you all this now. Please forgive your child if I cross any line by asking any of this question. I don't wish to know this citation. Just need to hear I told you everything, whatever you feel like. Sonakshi, Guru Maa, I have seen the effect of black magic on my mom. I understand that because of the past karma, she had people in her life who wished ill for her. But she's a very simple Sattvic lady and an ardent Shiva Bhakta. She has no guru. She just considers Lord Shiva as her Ishta and Guru. She chants Sam Sadashiv whole day and chants Shiva Shadakshari Mantra. These two have always saved her and also us. Wonderful. So as you said, Guru Maa, the power of bhakti is really there. Yes, yes. Guru Maa, can I dedicate my Lalita Sasnam for my parents on some days? I have completed my 125 chants, but I have pledged to read Lalita Sasnam for the rest of my life. So I do it every day. Yes, you can dedicate. You can pray for them. Yes. Bhandasur also means over ambitious, wrong way, as he starts from his lusty procedures after getting boons from Lord Shiva and he insults Maa and friendship with Lord Ganesha. Yet he displays the power of strong devotions. Yes, yes. Did this battle take place in Manidvip? No, it took place here. Maa, Bhandasur situation is just like Pandit Ravan. Yeah. Maa, the instinct of self-preservation is the strongest instinct. Why Bhandasur did not want to live and rule so many Brahmans? He already lived for 500 years and he understood. He has to go. And he understood the best way is to go in Maa's place and live forever. If really somebody wants to live forever, this earth is not the place. Go back to your home. Go back to Godhead. Go back to Manidvip. That is where you live permanently. Okay. So yeah. Empowering knowledge. Lord Dattatreya is called Nijapadadayakam. Yes. Namaste. Thank you for all your teachings. Guru Sonakshi. Guru Maa, I am from Himachal and the eerie atmosphere you described about Kamakhya can be felt in many temples here in the Himachal. It's just impossible to connect with God. I have stopped going to half the temples already. Yeah, I can understand. Even I go to Kamakhya and I was very lucky. There was a nice small Krishna temple, very old temple. Nobody goes in that Krishna temple. I used to go there and sit and chant with Govind to Krishna. Yeah, but I can understand what you say. Himachal is a place of Kaul Marg, which is Vamachar. All right, so we will end it up here and we will see tomorrow. Mostly tomorrow we will end up with Tripura Rahasya. Okay, tomorrow will be the last class for Tripura. All right, Jai Maa. Jai Ho.